there, so our QR code and our LinkedIn, our Just Giving link.
Morning.
Time to call this.
I was ready, mate. Yeah, it is. What's that expression about polishing a...
We're pretty glad to be setting off now, I can tell you, because we've been planning this for about 6 months.
Thanks, mate. Cheers now.
All the support we've had from family, friends and colleagues has been absolutely amazing, and complete strangers as well. So it's up to us now. We've got to do the ride and earn the sponsorship. Well, here we are, we're on the Eurotunnel, and while it sweeps us safely under La Manche, let me introduce you to the team. This is Del, he's on a KTM. He likes falling asleep in public places. This is Ian on a Kawasaki. He likes removing his clothes in public places. This is Charlie on his Harley Davidson. He's not really allowed out to public places. Katie's got more sense than to ride a motorbike. She's driving our support vehicle, the Mercedes. Katie's carrying the breakdown kit. We're hoping for the best, but planning for the worst. Here's Nick, he's riding a Ducati. His favourite pastime is buying new rear tyres. And this is Mark, another Kawasaki rider. Mark's bike is very fast, and so is Vanessa Suzuki, so we've crewed them together to protect the innocent. For a brief period, Mark and V were definitely the fastest people in Northern Europe. Unfortunately, they were going the wrong way down the motorway. This is Tony, he rides a Moto Guzzi, and it hardly ever breaks down. And finally, this is me, so let's get going. Tonight, we need to reach the German town of Zost, which is about halfway to Szagan in Poland.
So we've just stopped for lunch somewhere near Dunkirk, and we can't help but notice that Mark is going the wrong way down the motorway. He's going back towards Calais when we should be going east towards Antwerp. Don't really know what's going on. Left him a message trying to call him. I'm sure it'll all come out in the wash. And no sign of Vanessa. And you must never lose sight of your wingman or wingwoman. So he's got a puncture and it's bumped. Well done, chaps.
Where's the Harley Davidson? Nobody knows. Too fat to filter. That's the long and short of it.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Katie. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
Nick's had enough of bikes. Here we are, safely installed at Stallagluff 4. And the first prisoners in Stallagluff 4 are Mark and Vanessa. Down this path, when you see the chalets, bear right and then drive between the chalets. Okay. Chalet 2 and 3. Down the path, you follow him. Yeah. Hello. Yeah. I'll jump in with her. Oh, blimey, look like Orson Welles.
We're here. Oh.
Where did we go in?
Yep.
My mum stood in the way.
We stand 9 friends together, very far from home. Our friendship forged through hardships shared, and hardships still to come. We stand free, and freedom is our right. But we are only thus because you chose to fight. You 50 found your freedom, and free you'll ever be. Your fame burns fiercely in our hearts, your courage all men see. Guide us by your spirit safely home, and help us face the dangers set. And every penny raised by our small deed, bring honour to your memory yet. Was that you having a bit of a chunter there?
Me?
Yeah.
I
I'm so cold I can't hold the camera steady.
just wish we could go back to some olden days, like radiators.
And here, modelling the latest in motorcycle gear, is Vanessa.
Hailstorms, wind, everything. Not having fun, Dad.
Yeah, we must have been between the rain because we the police guys all the way.
Just like a constant front.
We might get it. Go on. Say it again.
The rain was so heavy, it was actually opening the apps on my phone. Seriously, honestly.
So, Mark, why did you agree to come on the trip?
Two reasons. I'm always up for a motorcycle challenge. The second, everyone's seen The Great Escape, and I think not many people remember that there were 50 people that actually died as a result of this real event.
And what's your most memorable moment?
Seeing Tunnel Harry. So when we arrived, looking at where Tunnel Harry was, and the fact that that was engineered by those people, and then they travelled underground to escape from that, something that I couldn't have done.
So why did you agree to come on the trip, Katie?
The romance and the challenge.
And what was your most memorable moment?
That moment of silence and, you know, and the memorial moment. That was really surprisingly moving, actually.
Because Terry bullied me. Either that or I was having a stroke. In truth, because it was too poignant an event to be missed. It's a subject that's very close to my heart.
And what was your most memorable moment?
Probably being in the woods at the entrance to Harry, looking along its length to the exit and the memorial stone, which I later stood at with a tear in my eye while Terry read his words.
I've not really done anything like this before. Seemed like a great opportunity, thought a nice ride through the European countryside, beautiful sky, and just be an experience. It was an experience, but for none of those reasons. But no, it was an amazing experience. I think yesterday morning, very early hours, riding in a snake of bikes amongst the trees with a really bright full moon, and on the way to Tunnel Harry. That will be a moment I will never forget.
Because Mark told me to, Terry told me to, and my partner's in the RAF and deployed at the moment, so the charity is close to our hearts.
And what was your most memorable moment?
Arriving at Tunnel Harry, yeah, especially at 4 o'clock in the morning with the moonlight, and just something you never think you're going to experience.
It was A good cause, B, World War II history is my thing, so a trip to Żagań on the 80th anniversary of the Great Escape, nothing could be better than that, so yeah. The most memorable moment for me was getting up at Odark early, leaving Stalagnute for our accommodation, driving in the moonlight up to the exit of Tunnel Harry, and then obviously the commemoration that we did there. It was just fantastic, it was moving, and it will stay with me for the rest of my days. Absolutely brilliant, thank you.
It was offered to me as a chance, an opportunity, and I've always wanted to do something like this, and it's for a great cause.
And what's your most memorable moment?
Probably, other than the dawn service, going to Poznan, even though it was wet, but actually seeing the graves brings home the sort of totality of it and what it stood for.